let me be very, very clear about where I'm coming from. I'm a bit torn in terms of his response.
Curiosity, bro. You said that Floyd was kidnapped by the Abu Dhabi folks. Any comment on that?
And again, like I was just saying, again, Tank's that guy. And for all the guys out there in the weight class and around the weight class,
Calvin ain't getting paid.
Yo, he said ain't no reason Calvin should be looking the way he looking if they making all this money.
Now that's the thing. They talk all that money talk. Can't be one nigga looking good and the rest of the crew.
Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back when he criticized Leonard Ellerbe for standing up for Floyd Mayweather. Ellerbe claimed that Floyd's focus is on promoting fighters, not just making money. But Smith pushed back, questioning why no one talks about the shady side of Mayweather's career, including the sketchy exhibitions and past scams. He suggested that Ellerbe is more interested in protecting Floyd's reputation than telling the full truth.
But when someone says you're fake or something, you know, you can say you don't take it personally, but you're a proud man.
Again, that my mother and father always told me, when people call you names and people talk about you, that's because they're admiring what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Mayweather Promotions is promoting this card, not about billions. Tell you everything you need to know.
Leonard, you put it on a great card this week, in all due respect. Now, we did have Adrian say some things that were a little unsettling. I'm sure maybe you're a little disappointed, but...
No, not at all. Not at all. That's just him being him. And again, I think I still, to this day, he's a tremendous fighter, super talented fighter, who's had a successful career, and I'm sure that he'll continue to go on. And
when asked about Floyd Mayweather's rumored scam in Dubai, Leonard Ellerbe stayed quiet instead of clearing the air. His refusal to speak up didn't go unnoticed. Critics saw it as a move to shield Mayweather's image. That silence only made things look worse, sparking more questions about what's really going on with Floyd's finances and the truth behind his public image.
In my opinion, Tank is the best fighter in the entire world. He's and another terrific opportunity on June the 15th to go out there and show you guys why he's the top dog.
Just out of curiosity, bro. You said that Floyd was kidnapped by the Abu Dhabi folks. Any comment on that?
And again, like I was just saying, again, Tank's that guy. And for all the guys out there in the weight class and around the weight class, he's coming to get each and every one of you guys.
Leonard Ellerbe, CEO of Mayweather Promotions and a longtime close associate, has been by Floyd Mayweather's side through his rise in the business world. He played a key role in guiding Floyd's promotional and financial moves, especially during the height of his boxing career.
Floyd that basically gave him $1 million, came out to Vegas, and they had a whole backstory to that. And I'm pretty sure Leonard was around seeing all that. And what you're saying doesn't sound far-fetched. And I'm not agreeing with you just to agree with you, but like the champ may be hurt just because like you a human being, you can whoop ass, but you're still a human being, right? You may be hurt that you missed a moment. I've also seen guys where, you know, they moment passed and you try to hold on to things and that becomes an element of it. But then also it's just not a Leonard Ellerbe thing. There's a lot of people who may be in position around a Floyd Mayweather, but whatever deal they agreed to at the time didn't allow them to get all the money that they probably could have earned, right? And so he probably sees the infrastructure that Tank doesn't have in the relationship, and he's not saying, hey man, it ain't fuck you, champ.
Lately, Leonard Ellerbe seems to be stepping back from actively representing Floyd Mayweather's brand. In a revealing comment, he said, "Contracts don't define relationships," hinting that while their business connection might be winding down, there could still be mutual respect or personal loyalty. His quiet exit has led to speculation. Some wonder if there's tension behind the scenes or if Leonard's uncomfortable with Floyd's more controversial money moves.
Like some confusion, is Tank a Mayweather Promotions fighter still? Is he not? What is his his involvement with Mayweather Promotions, or is it just all still PBC, Al Heyman?
Yeah, Tank is not signed to Mayweather Promotions.
Okay. Gotcha.
He's not signed to Mayweather Promotions. His contract ran out,
and
that's fine. But as I always say, contracts don't define relationship.
Even with legal issues piling up, Floyd Mayweather keeps showing off his wealth as he nears 50. But critics say this constant flaunting is doing more harm than good. Many believe his obsession with luxury could catch up to him, and some are even warning that if he doesn't slow down, he could be heading toward financial ruin.
Caught Floyd capping about buying some apartment buildings in New York. I didn't think it was a big deal. I mean, remember he said he had bought his grandson some property, I think, in Manhattan as well too. So honestly, I didn't really, think a lot of this was a big deal. I mean, it kind of, think it's a red flag when you're 50 years old to feel like almost 50 and still gotta flex on social media. But, people on social media do what they do best, especially black people, try to tear each other down. So people start researching, Angelique started researching, and they found out that Floyd was capping. Now, Floyd is part of like some type of ownership group that got a part of it. Then you got 50.
Floyd Mayweather is no stranger to big spending, but his recent real estate venture is raising questions about his financial judgment. He claimed to have purchased $42 million worth of property, using it to back up his claims of being a billionaire. But outlets like Business Insider painted a different picture. Floyd isn't the sole owner of these properties, and in some cases, he's not even officially listed. The investments haven't delivered the returns he promised, exposing flaws in his business approach. What was meant to be a major win now looks more like a case of poor planning and overhyped self-promotion.
I mean, Floyd Mayweather, in this article, it states that he's spending $402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for investing into New York real estate.
Floyd Mayweather's image isn't just about luxury cars and championship titles, it's also been shaped by a long list of scandals. From unpaid taxes to lawsuits over failed deals, his name often comes up in financial controversy. One of the most talked about incidents was a reported detainment in Dubai over unpaid jewelry. These repeated issues have raised serious questions about how Floyd manages his money, and what ethical boundaries he's willing to push.
Well, it turns out that the rumors were true, and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole mess.
At one point, you were getting celebrity endorsements. One was DJ Khaled, hilarious, and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And he posted on his Instagram him taking this what do you call it? The Centra card?
Centra card.
The Centra cards. And going and purchasing something with his Bitcoin at a store.
Yeah.
He did that knowing that it didn't work.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't know anything that's going on, really. So like
we all know that.
Yeah.
The guy can't read,
Yeah.
How much did you guys pay him?
Like $1 million.
He took that knowing or not caring if it worked?
It was just knowing, not knowing, right? Like they didn't care. He does a million promotions like that. It was basically you speak to his manager.
Yeah.
He's like, this is Floyd's price. And
Yeah.
you send the money over.
Yeah.
The manager makes his little cut from it.
Mm-hmm.
And he just says, what do you want me to say? And what do you want me to do?
Okay.
Right? And you just basically give him his script and he just does it.
Sports commentator Stephen A. Smith has watched Floyd Mayweather's rise up close, private jets, luxury homes, and an endless stream of wealth on display. At first, Smith respected Floyd's drive. But over time, even he began to wonder if it could really last. In one interview, Smith asked Floyd whether legacy meant more to him than money. Floyd's answer? Money. That moment spoke volumes. It wasn't just a reply, it revealed his mindset. Looking back, Smith suggested that this obsession with wealth might be exactly what's led Floyd into legal and financial trouble. The very thing that made him a star may now be holding him back.
Definition to toy. Well, private jet, Enzo, Bugatti. Let's walk over here. I'll show you a couple toys. They call this the $1 million garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Well, we are on ESPN. These are sports cars. It's a sports network. This car costs $3.2 million. This Bugatti right here costs $1.6 million. You ain't seen these toys?
I haven't seen these?
No.
What? Floyd, this is 7 cars, man. Silver, platinum, Miami, black LA, white Vegas.
Yeah, in New York, I got my drivers.
And you got your drivers in New York?
Yeah.
Why? Talk to me about why you make the decision to drive different colored cars in respective cities.
Spoiled brat.
Oh, just being a brat?
Just being a brat.
The 7 cars that you showed me
yes.
are in excess of $15 to $20 million.
Let me see what's the number. We go 3 more.
And you don't drive them.
It's close to 15 million. You're right. It's close to 15 million.
Oscar de la Hoya, one of Floyd Mayweather's longtime rivals, hasn't held back when it comes to criticizing Floyd's recent choices. In a recent media appearance, de la Hoya mocked Mayweather's ongoing exhibition fights, calling them less about love for the sport and more about staying relevant and financially afloat. According to de la Hoya, these events aren't about boxing anymore, they're about income. Like many in the boxing world, he believes Floyd's legacy is in danger of being overshadowed by money grabs and attention-seeking stunts.
Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro.
One of the biggest hits to Floyd Mayweather's financial reputation came when he promoted a cryptocurrency scam. He made it sound like a golden investment opportunity, encouraging fans to buy into the coin alongside him. But the reality was much darker. Floyd never actually invested in the coin himself. As its value dropped, many fans lost a lot of money, feeling betrayed by someone they looked up to.
Imagine listening to Floyd Mayweather, a man who can't even read, for investing advice. That's exactly what happened last year when he was paid to promote the absolute Ponzi scheme token Ethereum Max, along with other celebrities like Kim Kardashian, Antonio Brown, and Paul Pierce. The coin shortly fell 97% right after the launch, leaving millions of fans and investors bankrupt. So to see what coins you should be actually buying, be sure to follow me. But like I was saying,
Bad mistakes. I didn't want to hustle drugs. All I wanted to do was become a champion someday and have something.
Yes, we know, Floyd. You hustled Ethereum Max into people's wallets and then straight out. You weren't promoting financial freedom. You were speedrunning a rug pull. Don't believe everything you see online with these celebrities. They'll even sell their soul for a couple of bucks. They don't care if you go broke. They are already rich. You know what? We should call you Scamweather, not Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather stands firm in defending his lifestyle. He admits he's criticized but claims it's simply because people hate him for his wealth. What he doesn't seem to understand is that the criticism isn't born from envy, it comes from frustration. It's the manipulative actions, the scams, and his disregard for others that spark the backlash. When someone with so much influence repeatedly uses their platform to deceive or exploit others, criticism is inevitable.
Takedowns, submissions, kicks, all that jazz. But he's choosing to fight Floyd in a boxing fight just for money, just like Conor McGregor did. It's really a trick. He gets these people to box with him. They have no business boxing with him. And he's making millions and millions of dollars doing this way after his competitive career is over. Which is,
I guess he's earned that right.
Hey man, he's a genius. He really is a genius. He's a genius in figuring out a way to keep making money. And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much. He's like, look at my $1 million watch. Look at my jet. Look at my house. Look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed. Like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes. But I want to show you, when I show up, I bring out the big boy and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate him. People hate him.
He creates envy.
Yes. Yeah, he creates envy and you want him to lose, but he's not gonna.
Joe Rogan, the influential UFC commentator and podcaster, has also shared his thoughts on Mayweather's public behavior. Rogan pointed out that Floyd is unlike most athletes in how he openly flaunts his wealth, almost treating it like a performance. While other athletes might enjoy similar luxuries, they don't showcase them as boldly as Floyd does.
The only person who's been able to do like that is Floyd Mayweather. He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, flashing money, $1 million watches, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still everybody up.
He does.
He's the only guy. The thing about Floyd is he never lost his discipline.
I don't think he was doing drugs or drinking. You know, he kept his.
Floyd would famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas. He'd be partying. It looked like he's partying. He's drinking water. And then he would have his driver drive, and with his pants on, jeans on, he would jog home. And the dude was always training, never got out of shape.
Dude, the jog home in jeans isn't the torture. The torture is sitting around a bunch of drunk people drinking water in a club. I jog home all night.
Bill Haney has strongly criticized Floyd Mayweather's transformation from a legendary boxer into a brand obsessed with wealth. Haney argues that Floyd no longer focuses on his craft or his fans. Instead, he's more interested in chasing money, even if it means sacrificing real competition. For Haney, this shift shows that Floyd is now more concerned with his bank account than with leaving a lasting legacy.
Say Tank doesn't want any of it. Why is that? I know you can't give him.
Man, get off of Twitter, man, and knock it off, man. If you the face of boxing, then send over something, man. You know what I'm saying? Something respectful like you're really trying to do. Because every fighter that Devin with gets paid, man, the most money, man. Knock it off, man. That's bunk business, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we don't need you. Let the welfare feed you for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. Because that's where you're going to be at in the welfare line. You keep on the people, giving them the fake fights, talking about that we didn't charge $57. Listen, we going to give you the best fights, and we going to get all the people in there, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what we do. And we pay the fighters. We give the fans an opportunity to come in. That's that old business model that you're going to charge the fans for some fights, and that you the face of boxing because you just keep shoving it down their throat, man. The Mayweather era, that's over with, man. It's the Devin Haney era. That Mayweather is over with, man. You hear me? Over with. Floyd ain't never did what Devin did at 25. Tank ain't did it, nobody else ain't did it.
Haney argues that Mayweather's shift to exhibition matches shows just how disconnected he's become from true boxing. These fights, he says, lack purpose and real challenge. They're made to generate money, not to entertain dedicated fans. For Haney, this move undermines the essence of the sport, turning it into a spectacle that's more about show than about skill and heart.
When your A game is gone, what adjustments are you going to make? Yeah. And Floyd would always say is that on that given night, he's going to make that right adjustment. Yeah. He's going to box the brawler or brawl the boxer. Yeah. You know what I mean?
A few months ago, Bill Haney and Floyd Mayweather were fighting on live, or not fighting, but arguing back and forth.
Yeah.
And Bill Haney said, listen, you know damn well Devin did this and Devin did that. He never lost in the gym, ever. And Floyd said, if you got an undefeated fighter in the gym, congratulations to you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Floyd said, I never lost under the light.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm talking about.
Outside the ring, Haney also criticizes how Mayweather manages his promotional company. He points out that if the organization is as profitable as Floyd claims, it's troubling that key team members, like Calvin Ford, seem financially struggling. Haney believes Floyd should make sure everyone is paid fairly to prevent resentment and maintain the respect of those who helped him build his empire.
I think it's personal between you and Calvin. Also, it's Tank's coach. Is it?
Man, I told Coach,
for those that don't know, Coach Calvin is Tank's coach, so I'm just for our audience.
And I said, listen, ain't no way your fighter gonna be checking the money that y'all talking about checking, and Calvin gonna be looking like that. I told Tank them to pay him. I told him to pay him because, or we need to go on coach's strike around this because ain't no way Bill should be getting paid and Calvin shouldn't. And Calvin need to thank Bill for mentioning this.
So you saying Calvin ain't getting paid?
Yo, he said ain't no reason Calvin should be looking the way he's looking if they making all this money.
Now that's the thing. They talk all that money talk. Can't be one looking good and the rest of the crew if you getting thoroughbred money. You know what I'm talking about?
Again.
Yeah.